He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Welcome. Well, back to another episode of Ministry of Truth. I am your number one host on this show because, well, I can. We're gonna watch actually a police interview with a which one did I pick? Okay. So this is a predator that actually crossed state lines, and well, his interview is fucking disgusting. Am I still under 2 minutes? Fuck. Well, too late now. So now it's gonna be YouTube's listening because I said profanity this early in the morning. His name is Jim Roush. We're gonna have an interview with We're gonna listen to his police interrogation, and then we're gonna listen to what he said years later on a telephone interview. So but first we got to get music, and I picked this song because, well, why not? And let's go Celtics.
The house of pain is in effect, y'all. I say the house of pain is in effect. You know the house of pain is in effect, y'all. And anyone that steps up is getting wrecked.
Uh-oh. That blood bomb.
Pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, punk, you better back up. Try and play the role and you're the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up. If you got the feeling, jump up, touch the ceiling. Months, of funk flow, someone's fucking jerk. Yo, I'll bust them in the eye, and then I'll take the punks out. Feeling funky, amps in a trunk, and I got more rhymes than this cops at a junkie. Donut shop, sure enough, I got props from the kids on the hill with my mom and my pops. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump up and get down. Jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 jump. I'll serve your ass like John McEnroe. If your girl steps up, I'm smacking the hoe. Word to your moms, I came to drop bombs. I got more rhymes than the Bible's got songs. And just like the prodigal son, I've returned. Anyone stepping on me, you'll get burned. Cause I got lyrics, but you ain't got none. If you come to battle, bring a shotgun. But if you do, you're a fool, cause I do to the death. Trying to step to me, you take your last breath. I got the skill, come get your fill. Cause when I shoot the gift, I shoot the kill. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump up and get down. Jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 jump,
Just like they did last time.
I'm the cream of the crop, I rise to the top. I never eat a pig cause a pig is a cop. Or better yet, a Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Trying to play me out like as if my name was Sega. But I ain't going out like no punk bitch. Get used to one style of yo when I might switch it up and around. Then buck, get down, put out your head and then you wake up in the dawn of the dead. I'm coming to coming to get ya.
Y'all jump
Spitting
around
out
yet?
lyrics, homie, I want ya. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump up and get
That'll get
down.
the blood flowing real well. Are y'all jumping? I better be jumping. Listen, I know one of you wasn't jumping. Very disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful. But I did enough jumping for all of us, I hope. So this first story I actually came across last night, and someone again sent it to me this morning, so I know people are paying attention, and that's a good thing. We're gonna go over this story real quick. It's from News Nation about child predator catchers, and how they still can consider them vigilantes. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what Mrs. I don't know what fucking name is, Elizabeth Vargas has to say about child predators and their demise, their worst enemy, vigilantes. All right.
Groups are forming all over the country, reaching out online to people who are trying to entice kids and arranging meetings, except when the alleged predator shows up, they're met by adults with cell phone cameras rolling. These groups have uncovered hundreds of alleged predators and record their interactions and then hand them over to police. However, this brand of vigilante justice is not always welcome by law enforcement. Joining us now is national correspondent Caitlin Becker with more on this. Why do police not so... Sometimes they're okay with it, sometimes they're not?
You get a little bit of a mix because it kind of depends on how this is done, Elizabeth. You have these civilian groups operating across the U.S. They're posing as young kids on social media as part of these kind of elaborate sting operations to catch these alleged online predators. Now, the vigilantes use adult decoys. They develop a rapport with the alleged predators, and they set up these meets so they can essentially catch them red-handed. But they're doing this without the permission of law enforcement. Even though they can turn the information over afterwards, it can lead to really murky waters when it comes time to take these people to court.
I'm not scared. Well, I'll let you know now I'm non-violent. I'm not here to hurt you.
The most vulnerable among us, children targeted by suspected sexual predators. The heroes stepping up to protect them? Average.
What's up, Bill? So, what do you want to talk about? Yeah.
Joes. The man behind the camera here goes by the alias Boots. He's the president of the Indiana-based nonprofit group Bikers Against Predators, an organization of civilians who've tasked themselves with catching sexual predators.
What we do is we put decoy accounts on various social media platforms, waiting for individuals to reach out to these accounts to what they believe is somebody that's underage. Will arrange a meetup with that minor child.
A little slow, but
we usually make that time for a time that we can be in that state or country. So we show up.
Boots himself is usually on the ground for these meetups, and he films the entire thing, he says, not for views, but for law enforcement.
This evidence is undisputable, and that's why we get a lot of convictions. We get arrests.
And the horrifying trend of adult predators enticing children online is growing rapidly. From 2019 to 2020, reports of online child enticements nearly doubled, according to stats from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The victims are overwhelmingly young girls, and 98% of the time, they're being approached online by strangers.
I am a registered sex offender. Okay.
While everyone understands the desire to protect kids at all costs, vigilante justice raises a number of issues for law enforcement. Earlier this year, the Albany Police Department in Oregon arrested more than 25 individuals based off tips made by one of these civilian-led groups. Now, I spoke with the chief of police there, Marcia Hardin, who tells News Nation that her department did their best to work with the group. Quote, "We have to make sure we're meeting local and state laws," she said, but it's always a little bit of a danger when you have civilians involved. Now, Hardin cautions that the collaboration between law enforcement and civilian crime catchers is only possible if they hand the case to police after pinpointing a potential predator. But she added, that's not what's happening with these gotcha videos.
This is the face of a...
Oh, I know who he's talking about. No problem, Juniper. I forgot what I was going to say.
child predator.
Many jurisdictions around the country won't even take cases brought in by these civilians, chalking it up to a waste of time to prosecute crimes that won't hold up in court. One precinct in Albuquerque recently sent out a warning to these so-called vigilantes to stop intervening in police work. Warning or not, with the stakes this high, these groups choose to focus on their success.
But we're not really vigilantes. We're investigative journalists. We do an investigation and we submit it to law enforcement in a calm manner. Everything is very professional. And so I just don't like the word vigilante, and it always gives us, I don't know, it just gives us a bad look.
What do you mean is that what she told you?
Now, we asked the FBI about how the Bureau approaches these civilian groups, and they wouldn't comment specifically, but they did tell News Nation the FBI, quote, always encourages the public to be alert online and report suspected child sexual abuse material. Now, as for that chief of police who I spoke.
So the FBI is for catchers, but local police aren't? FBI is too busy arresting people like me because I have a Betsy Ross flag.
In Oregon. Elizabeth, she says for her it's really about intent versus impact when it comes to working with these civilian groups. So in cases with child predators, she says they're incredibly labor intensive. So having someone else do some of the legwork for you and sort of hand it over might really help. But the caveat here is that it has to be done right. And both law enforcement and these nonprofit groups like the one Boots run, they all agree that if you're doing this for social media clicks, that is not what should be happening. It's about the children.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.
Whoa.
Like the one should be happening. It's about the children.
Thanks so much.
Doing this for social media clicks.
Oh, here we go.
Nonprofit groups like the one Boots run, they all agree that if you're doing this for social media clicks, that is not what should be happening. It's about the children.
Thanks so much.
That was a hell of a message. Almost sounds like something Javi said. Interesting. Interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to go watch A Drunk Fucking Predator by a name Mr. Jim Roush. What did he do? Well, he almost got caught. Wait, no, this is the guy that did caught by TCAP. But his name, oh shit. Jim Roush from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Where's my fucking mouse? Where is it? Because it talks about... No, fuck it. It explains all this. But let's listen to some trivia. It's really not trivia because they're not asking you questions. But after his release, Roush... oh, yeah. Fuck. I just gave it away that he's released. All right, guys. I'm going to tell you the end of the story, so fuck. After his release, Roush located to Illinois, where he was listed on the sex offender registry as a Tier 2 offender. Rumors surfaced in early 2022 that Jim has passed away, although he is still alive as of 2023, having relocated to the Chomo state of Ohio. I wonder why. However, he is not listed on their sex offender registry, meaning that he likely got removed, as he mentioned in the 2019 interview. Good morning, NTF. Even though he was briefly featured in the Bowling Green edition of TCAP, Jim was one of several men that was actually caught in the sting, solely operated by the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation, which was running a 4-city sting operation. His arrest occurred in Highland Heights, Kentucky. General C. Monkey, good morning. The picture he took of his genitals, though difficult to come by, are still online if one has the stomach to search for them. Why would I go search a fucking pedophile's penis pic? Who fucking does that? His interrogation shows facial scars, which indicate he was at one point attacked and given a Glasgow smile. I believe that is a headbutt. An anonymous source user on the TCAT forum claimed to be Roush's cellmate at one point, basically describing he was as being the same exact person in prison as in the interview. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, without further ado, we have that interview with the police. The thing is, if you have a short attention span, it's gonna be a long video. And then we have the interview done years after he was released in 2019. And that's about a 30-40 minute interview. Good stuff. I watched this last night while in the background. So, or was it 2 days ago? Last night I was watching one on a predator that had what the fuck? A physical disorder. Not multiple sclerosis, but something close. I just can't remember right now. Maybe a cerebral palsy. But that dude, he tried to use his disability as an excuse. And he got away with it a couple times because of it. Not that time. But that's for later.
No, I don't want to admit that.
Okay. Did you come out to see somebody today?
Somebody invited me to come over.
Okay. Well, who was that?
Cheyenne something.
He used to date a girl named
This is
Cheyenne.
James Rouch. James, who usually went by Jim, was a 60-year-old faculty member of the University of Cincinnati. He taught courses at the college, criminal justice and human services, specifically helping with the distance learning graduate programs in criminal justice. He also had a passion for the arts, composing music, and often wrote
criminal justice. Almost like the same course as the prison.
in the University of Cincinnati newspaper, expressing thoughts like this one. I just received a copy of the University of Cincinnati Horizons. I found that this April issue of Horizons exceeds any UC publication I have seen in my past 4 to 5 years at the university. It exceeds in its quality and layout, but more importantly, the message and concept. It truly encompasses all of the arts in our university community. Please accept my congratulations on a truly noble effort in spreading this message. Those who worked alongside him would go on to say that he was more than a bit pompous and arrogant. He often spoke down to his peers, thinking himself better than them. He was the kind of person who constantly had something to say and wanted to make sure that everyone knew that he was the smartest man in the room. But to most, Jim
That's we've seen this. I think of 2 people that come to mind. And both of them are, I don't know, in my mind, pieces of shit. But I digress. They're not these guys, but that personality, maybe that's why cases aren't getting picked up.
was just an average guy, which is why most people were shocked when in 2007 he was arrested as a part of a sting done by the show To Catch a Predator. Welcome back to another episode of Dreading, or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we are going to be going over the case of Jim Rouch and his infamous interrogation. Jim is one of the hundreds of men that were caught in part due to the show To Catch a Predator, and is incredibly well known to the people who are fans of the show, which is why this case came so highly recommended by one of our longtime patrons. That said, if there's a video you would like to see us create, or a case you want to bring more attention to, feel free to let me know in the comments down below, or email me at dreading.official@gmail.com. With all of that said, let us begin.
The Sting.
On April 1st, 2007, Jim would come across a profile, seemingly belonging to a young girl. The profile included a normal picture of a girl, and throughout the profile, it was obvious that the person behind the account was 13 years old and not an adult. Despite that, Jim went ahead and sent a friend request to the profile. The account, which was not run by a child, but rather was run by the cyber vigilante group Perverted Justice, immediately responded to the friend request, asking if they, the girl, knew Jim. To which he responded, trying to flirt with the person posing as a minor. Do you want to? Before we go any further, it's important to clarify that despite what the Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland thinks, what Perverted Justice does is not entrapment, as simply having an account that appears to be run by a child should not result in adults trying to prey on that child. In cases like this one, the account in question is never going out of their way to engage with the men and women who seek them out. They simply post pretending to be a minor, and the predators come to them. However, to be clear, it does not matter if a minor online reaches out to an adult and attempts to engage with them in an inappropriate way. The adult they are reaching out to knows that engaging with a minor is legal and wrong, while the child likely does not. The account run by Perverted Justice stated that their name was Cheyenne, and immediately told Jim that they were a 13-year-old living in Kentucky. They also demonstrated the age difference in their lack of maturity, as when Jim stated that he was a male in his 50s and was horny, they asked, "Where's horny?" Jim then verifies Cheyenne's age, asking if she is really 13 years old, which she says she is. He then, after less than 8 minutes of talking, sends her a picture of his penis, asking her, quote, "Would you like to suck on this?" unquote. Cheyenne tells him no, and that she doesn't even know him, but Jim continues the conversation and asks her if she, quote, "fucks around," unquote. She doesn't know what that means, and he rephrases his question, asking the 13-year-old if she likes to feel a man inside of her. For nearly 2 weeks, Jim talks to Cheyenne almost every day, attempting to groom who he believes to be a child into a sexual relationship with him. He asks her where she lives, where she goes to school, and pretends to be interested in her friends and family, all with the direct purpose of manipulating this child into being with him. The entire chat log will be linked below, but at no point does the decoy start the sexual conversation or pressure it to continue. On April 12, 2007, the decoy states that her family is going out of town and that she will be left home alone for the first time since speaking to Jim. She asks him if he wants to come over, something that he has stated he wanted to do numerous times in their conversations, and after stating that he wants to go, he sends her this. "Cheyenne, I have too much to lose by getting caught doing this. I have second thoughts. I'm still not trusting, and I don't know if it's okay. Please don't stop talking, and maybe someday we can really do this. I'd love to come over there and feel you as much as you want to feel me, but I can't, at least right now, Jim." The decoy then states she knew he wouldn't come, and he says, "No, I'm serious. It could wreck my life. Oh, but I would love to make love to you, but I'm scared that your neighbors would see my car, your mother would come home early. Would you like to talk with me? I'll send my Uber." I think he meant number. He repeats that he is scared that this situation could ruin his life, and then,
knows.
in order to verify that she is who she says she is, gives her his private phone number. The decoy then calls.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
I bet this is Cheyenne.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Not much. What are you doing?
I'm just about. I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to get on the road.
Cool.
Are you interested?
Yeah, very.
Yeah. I'm just like scared. There's going to be somebody over there, like the cops and everything.
No, it's just me.
Okay. Well, 140 Keble?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will be there. I'm at my place right now, and it's like Eastgate area.
Okay.
And I will be there as soon as I can be there.
Okay.
Are you sure this is okay?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, I will be. What?
Do you want me to make you some juice or something for when you come over?
No, I just had like a black and tonic. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm okay.
Okay.
And I will be there as quickly as I can get there. I've got a couple things to finish up here before I leave the house, and then I'll be right over there.
Okay.
Is there anything I should know? Is there anything I should know about the house or anything? You said. I said, okay. Let me think through this. Okay, I get off 471, turn on 27, first street on the left. I don't know what the name of that street is.
Premeditated.
And then the right, and then the left, and that's Keble.
It's 140 Vogel, Vogel.
Oh, Vogel. I don't know why I said Keble. Okay, it's 140 Vogel. It's okay. What do I turn off of 127? Off of 27. What's that road? Do you know?
Green.
Never mind.
I'm not sure.
It's the first one. It's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to call you in a little bit just to make sure you have the right direction?
I'll tell you what. You call my cell. I've got your phone number on my cell now. I'll just if I need you, I'll just like back up on that.
Okay. It's I don't know. It's at the dead end. It's a dead end street.
Okay,
So it should be pretty easy to find.
It's on the left-hand side. 140 is.
Yeah, you turn down Camp and then
You
you
Google
make
mapping
right
and shit?
on Vogel.
Okay. Turn right on Vogel, and is there a sign or a mailbox or something?
How many of us are old enough to remember that before GPS, we had MapQuest?
House number should be fairly easy to spot.
Okay. Well, if I have a problem, like I said, I've got your number. You sure this is okay with you? This is okay with you? Okay.
This is okay with me. I'll call you though, because I don't know. My mom might have my incoming calls blocked, but I can call you.
Okay. Well, like I said, within the next half hour or so, I'm heading my way over there.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to this.
I am too.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds real good.
I will give you a call in a half an hour. Okay.
Okay, and if I may pull up in your driveway before that half hour, because I'm just about ready to leave here.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Jim was obviously relieved when he heard what he believed to be a child's voice on the other end of the call. He, on some level, didn't think that the police would be able to fake a child's voice so well, and he thought he was going to be meeting up with a 13-year-old child to have sex. He was also incredibly drunk. Before making his way out to see Cheyenne, Jim would consume multiple drinks, attempting to quell his nerves. He then got into his car and proceeded to get lost, trying to find the decoy house.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I am at... Okay, I'll tell you where I'm at, because I'm at Antonio's Wine, Liquor, and Beer Tobacco.
Ah.
Okay, I'm looking for a left-hand turn. Does it go past the church?
I don't remember a church.
Okay, it's called, I can't tell. I'm going down the hill now. I'm going to turn around and come back up. I'm ready to see you, okay? Okay, there's a stop sign here. Is this the office?
Wait,
the what?
The office, and then there's the cottage, cocktail lounge.
Have you found the other, like, Alexandria Parkway? It's right across from...
I'm turning around, okay? I get a feeling I went too far, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I went past the cottage, cocktail lounge, the office, and I'm going up the hill. Oh, I hope the hell you have a bathroom, because I need to piss.
Oh.
Okay, the church. What church is it?
What?
What's the name of the church that you're passing?
Oh shit!
Now think about it, if he's fucking this drunk, right? And he gets to the house, do you think he's gonna be able to stop himself when he tries to force himself upon this teenager? If it was a real teenager. Because this probably happens a lot.
There's no sign out front.
What's it look like?
What?
What's it look like?
No, it's a big church. There's Antoine's Wine and Beer.
You go past the church.
I go past the church?
Yes.
That means I gotta turn around. Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's not a problem. I can do it. I'm a damn good driver. I'll say go with the curb. Okay. I've gone to the wine, and okay. Now here's the church. I'm back to the church.
Okay. Hold up there.
Hold up. Hold up. There's a green light here at the church. I'm now going down the hill.
Again?
Okay. Yeah, you go
Okay.
down the hill, I think. You're
What?
looking for Alexandria Parkway.
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
I'm probably on the Alexandria Parkway.
Oh, are you?
I'm guessing. Because, okay, here's the office. I'm back to the office. I'm at go red for good light here.
You want to go straight on 27? Are you on 27?
I got a feeling this is. I think I'm on 27. I really do.
Okay, you want to keep going straight.
Okay, I'm here at transfer station sportswear. Big lot.
Passing Big Lot? It's 5 miles. Just keep going straight.
It's what?
About 5 miles. It's about
5 miles.
Yeah, 5 hours.
Oh shit. Okay. Making a big stir. Oh shit. You better damn well have someplace to move with this.
I have a bathroom. Why wouldn't I have a bathroom?
Because I have to piss. Okay. I'll tell you places I'm seeing. Papa John's. Here's
She said 5 miles, stupid.
Sherwin-Williams.
Have you passed a Lowe's?
Please.
Have you passed a Lowe's?
Have I passed the what?
Lowe's.
The what?
Lowe's store? Lowe's store. The Lowe's Home Improvement.
No, I don't. No.
Okay, once you see the
There's a
Lowe's.
Lowe's. I'm coming to a Lowe's.
Okay, it's First Street
I'm
on the
sorry.
right.
I'm coming to a McDonald's.
You're coming to a McDonald's. Okay. Once you get to Lowe's, it's the First Street on the right.
There's a street here on the right.
Yeah, but
That's
once
okay.
No, it's at Lowe's. You have to pass Lowe's first. Not
Okay.
McDonald's. You have to pass Lowe's.
Okay, I see a White Castle. Am I confusing you?
No.
No.
I'm gonna.
So I'm gonna
Okay,
automatically assume he's up in the northern part of the country because down here we don't have White Castle. Wait, he's in fucking Kentucky. Kentucky has White Castles. They're not the South.
No. Okay.
Keep coming. Keep coming because you're going to see a Lowe's. You're going to see a Lowe's Home Improvement store. After you see the Lowe's,
I have not seen a Lowe's.
it
I see a Kmart.
You see a Kmart. Keep coming. It's about 5 miles. It's a great.
Why don't you tell me downtown Cincinnati?
Huh?
Why don't you tell me since downtown Cincinnati?
What?
Jim is beginning to get suspicious once again. On the one hand, a child not knowing exactly where they live and giving perfect, step-by-step directions is normal. She is 13 and likely only knows what her parents have told her. But Jim knows what he is doing is wrong and illegal. Should he be caught attempting to meet up with a 13-year-old, one who he spoke explicitly to, his life as he knows it will be over.
61.
It's okay. Hey, listen to me.
Huh?
If you can do what we're talking about, I'm driving.
Okay.
You got me?
Yeah.
Look, God! Somebody does because we're down in Newport. Does that make sense? I gotta piss though. God, I gotta piss bad.
I have a bathroom. I have a
What?
bathroom. I have a bathroom. Just keep coming.
Yeah, but when I did it, gourmet chili.
The fuck is a
I don't
gourmet
think
chili?
we're going right.
Lowe's soon.
From what the directions you gave me, Dixie chili. I'm going by Dixie chili right now.
Dixie?
I am on new. What?
Dixie?
What?
You're going the wrong way.
I figured as such. I guess I may have to stand off on the road and piss off. What do you think? Do you think I should go stand over the side of the road and piss?
I mean, I've done
No,
it.
just keep coming. Just keep coming. I have a bathroom. I'll open the door for you, and you can run into the bathroom when you come.
Where do you go to school?
Huh?
Where do you go to
I
school?
go to school. I go to at the local school.
Oh, I flustered you as big as they.
In their chat logs, Jim repeatedly asked Cheyenne where she went to school, and she had always rebuffed his questions, saying that she doesn't give out that information to people she doesn't know. But throughout their conversations, she also gave key details away, like the fact that when they first started talking, she was on spring break. Jim is an educator, and it's more than likely that in order to verify that she was in fact a minor, he looked up the schools in her area and when their spring breaks were scheduled. It's possible that the date she said she was on spring break wasn't directly in line with some school districts, but it was in line with others. And given Jim's paranoia about sleeping with a minor, he likely knows which schools had that exact spring break and wants to see if she does. It's unlikely that the decoy knows the spring break information of schools in this area and rebuffs his question as best she could.
I know I did. Hey, listen, it's not a big deal. I'm trying. I'm really worried about this legal thing.
There's nothing to worry about.
Can I fuck you and you're still 13?
Yeah.
You think?
I won't tell anybody.
Oh,
and
God.
If you don't tell anybody, I don't tell anybody. You know.
Okay. We'll go from there. Okay. Oh, some guy's come out to my car. Guy's got a like a afro thing on. Huh. Okay, where am I going?
Okay, did you turn around?
I'll tell you where I'm headed, and you can tell me from there.
Okay,
if I piss in my car, I will piss out my windows. Okay?
What?
Huh?
If I have to piss out my windows, I will.
You don't have a bottle?
Okay, I am down at Newport right now.
Yeah, at Newport. Okay, you need to turn around and go the opposite way. You need to.
Okay, I need to go out of the way from Newport. I understand that. Okay, and I will do that, unless I can't, which is another. I wish I had a bottle or something.
Oh, so you don't.
I'm sorry. Does that tell you how crude I am? Okay. I just went by a Hofbrau House.
What?
I just went by the Hofbrau House.
What? You went by the Hofbrau House?
Yes, in Newport.
You're in Newport. Okay. Did you turn around?
Did I turn? I'm gonna get back on 7. I'm gonna get back on 471.
You want to get
Maybe you should go home there.
Go the opposite way on 27.
Roosh.
You went into Newport, so you want to turn around and go the opposite way. You want to pass all the stuff that you passed. You want to pass Papa John's.
Right. I understand. But if I go on 471, I can bypass all that, right?
I don't know that way.
Okay. Where can I get off 471 to get to you?
Go. Just turn around. Are you?
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. Just because, Okay, I'm turning around.
Bless you.
Okay. I may stop at it like a. You know what?
What?
Can you hold on for a second while I piss my brains out?
Okay.
Did you like that?
No.
Hey, damn it, Cheyenne. How do you get a damn name like Cheyenne and live in Newport?
I don't know.
Right, Juniper? It gets worse.
And your real age is 13?
Yeah.
You sure you want to fuck me?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay. I'm at the. Oh fuck! What is this? Watatomi Square, whatever.
Is it?
I'm at the corner where actually.
In case y'all don't know, can't remember if it's Supreme Court or not, but they're basically allowing the Biden administration to censor on social media conservatives. So yeah, expect shadow banning and words not to come up, especially on YouTube and Facebook.
My daughter. Oh God, this is freaky. my daughter was good movies at Pompilios.
Mhm.
Have you ever been to Pompilios?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hey, yeah. You ever said pick up Pompilios?
You're breaking up, right?
And, breaking up, is that what we call that? No. Okay, I'm driving up toward, we're going to get there before your mother gets home, okay?
Mhm.
And, come on, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just trying to figure out what you are.
I like this on the phone, by the way. I'm going to stop over a second, I'm going to piss my brains out.
Oh.
I got to piss if I don't.
Side note, I will be doing a stream of the presidential debate tonight. However, I will not be on YouTube because CNN is threatening to copyright strike anybody that shows that debate on YouTube. So it'll be on Rumble.
I will call you back in a minute, okay?
I'll call you back in a minute, okay?
Okay, fine. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
She calls once more, and after a while, he finally finds his way to the home. However, as we know, he hasn't met with the 13-year-old girl he desperately wanted to be with, and instead was met with Chris Hansen and the police. However, given how late it was when he arrived, Chris Hansen never questioned him, and instead was immediately arrested and brought in for questioning. In Jim's personal life, he viewed himself as an upstanding citizen and often railed against criticism of law enforcement. The police were there to protect them, and he felt as if they were above reproach. He believed that he was one of the good ones, and only those who had something to hide questioned the actions of the police. This belief is shown on display here, as Jim will try to befriend the cops questioning him. In his mind, this entire ordeal is a misunderstanding because he is such a good person and would never actually do what he was just caught doing. His conversations with the decoy weren't him trying to sexually exploit a minor, but instead was made to look like it was by a sting operation. He will deny any responsibility for his actions and try to distance himself away from what occurred and try to frame the sting operation as being corrupt and evil. He is also considerably drunk during this interview, which will lead to him making numerous missteps throughout. He will attempt to ingratiate himself to the cops, letting them know that he is a good person who supports them and admires what they do.
So you just were out driving?
No, I don't want to admit that.
Okay.
Immediately, Jim tries to distance himself from what he has done, without realizing that simply going for a drive at night isn't a criminal offense. Him being unwilling to admit that he drove when he drove his car into the driveway of the Sting house is ridiculous, and a sign of the ridiculous things to come.
Did you come out to see somebody today?
Somebody invited me to come over.
Okay. Well, who was that?
Cheyenne something.
Jim refused to admit that he was out driving, but is willing to admit that he had been invited over to the home of a 13-year-old girl.
How'd you meet Cheyenne?
I was online, came up.
Okay. When you were online, do you do that at home, or do you?
I do it at home.
You do it at home? Okay.
Yes.
Is that generally the only place you do it?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have your own personal computer or laptop?
Yes.
It's a,
both.
Oh, you have both?
Oh shit.
I actually have 2 laptops.
Okay, 2 laptops?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's my business.
Okay, it's your business. Okay.
What type of business?
I do web pages for University of Cincinnati. I have access to.
Yo, he does web pages. I wonder what kind of web pages. What's up, Eloy?
I need to have access to them in order to do business with them.
Okay.
All right, try it again.
Okay. And you usually use all those computers to chat to people, or chat, or just use one specific, or?
Usually at home.
Okay, usually at home. Okay. All right. And
if I do chat, which I don't do, but that again, because of the fact of the business that I'm in, chat is a part of what I do. And chat is a part of University of Cincinnati distance learning.
Okay.
And I need to be able to access that in order to be able to do the business I do with them.
Okay. So you met.
All right, Jim.
So you met Cheyenne.
I didn't meet Cheyenne. She came after me.
Okay, she came after.
As we have covered, this is patently false. Jim sent Cheyenne a friend request and repeatedly sent her sexual messages, despite her repeatedly saying that she was 13. With predators like Jim, they often will try to put the onus of responsibility onto the child they are preying on. They will say the child was flirting with them, that they started the sexual talk, and that they were clearly the one in control. They will try to frame themselves, the adult, as being helpless against the child's actions. This, of course, is untrue and stupid. If you are an adult and the person under the age of consent is pursuing you sexually, there are clear and obvious steps you can take to stop them. Informing their parents, blocking them on social media, refusing to engage with them, and not allow yourself to be alone with them. These are just a few ways that you can do this, but there are plenty more ways. As the adult in the situation, it is your responsibility not to engage with the minor in a sexual way, if that is in fact the case, which in most situations, it's not.
Tell me about that.
I don't know. I don't exactly how it happened at all. I have no recollection at all what happened for her to make contact with me. I don't know. Was I on some line of some sort? I have no idea.
Okay. So you were chatting, and she came on to you while you were chatting sometime.
Well, somebody did. Whatever.
Somebody did.
Cheyenne is.
Okay.
Jim clearly feels betrayed by the fact that Cheyenne was not who she said she was. Never mind the fact that Cheyenne said she was a 13-year-old who hadn't graduated middle school yet. His statement, along with his body language, indicates annoyance and betrayal, which is nearly comical, given the situation. In his mind, the man who wanted to sleep with a minor is the one wronged in the situation.
Do you know how old Cheyenne was?
She told me she was 13, and I was very, very, very. I don't do that.
But you went to find her.
I mean, I'm not there.
You're not there?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'd be happy, like give me an 18, 19-year-old, and I'll be happy.
Oh yeah.
13-year-olds, God, it's gross.
Not your thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you were talking to Cheyenne on the chat line, what'd you guys talk about?
Well, and up until this afternoon, which was, I don't know what I gave in for, but I thought she was more like an adult. But
you sent a dick pic in 10 minutes.
No, I was very, very cautious not to be there. I didn't want to be there.
I didn't read out the full chat, as it's incredibly graphic. But within the first 10 minutes of talking to Cheyenne, Jim asked her to turn her webcam on so he could masturbate for her on video. He was not extremely cautious, and the continued insistence that he was has more to do with his inebriation, as he doesn't realize that the officers in front of him have the chat logs.
Both drunk guys.
I really don't. That's not my thing. I don't like it. I don't want it. Don't want it. Forward this work.
But you might have had a little curiosity.
No, I don't even.
I'm
not even curiosity. I don't have any curiosity about it. It's too young. It's stupid. Okay. And now you can go back and look at all the records of the conversations I've had. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. It's stupid. Okay. I don't. That's not what I want to be.
Okay.
I don't even. That's not me.
Is that you?
No, not at all.
Do you have any type of webcam or anything like that?
I do have a webcam.
Okay. Do you ever use it for any purposes? Or?
It's available.
Okay.
Use it. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Right.
What's up, Ronnie?
So we didn't get into what you guys talked about. What you guys talked about?
I was very, very up until today, which is obviously the reason the results have come. I have been very, very cautious of not talking about anything.
Okay.
I do not want to be involved with a 13-year-old. I do not like it. I don't want it, and for some reason I just relaxed and
So who do you think you were talking to?
Another person.
Another person.
Really, that's perfect. And that's honest with you. For whatever worth value that is. I cannot condone the statements that I would have made this afternoon to her. I wish I could retract them.
Yeah.
Not because of you guys.
Yeah.
But because of the fact that I just don't. That's not it. That's not me. I don't
Sometimes you're
see
gonna
it.
say that.
Jim, I understand. All right. And I understand you made a mistake here, okay? I've read the chats.
Right.
Okay?
And you can see how
I see here where you told her that you wanted to fuck around.
And now
And
you're
that you-
finding out.
we're then what provoked that?
Yeah.
I mean, we can go down. I'm not going to go to the details of the thing. I understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I know what you're doing.
I'm just trying to understand here.
I did not meet with her. Number one. Number two, I didn't really want to meet with her.
Okay.
It was. I really. If you go to the bottom.
I didn't meet her. I didn't want to meet her. Yet you drove around trying to find her house. That makes total sense, right, guys?
Lines of things. Let's talk about facts that I denied, and I did not want to do that. I really did not want to.
Jim, I know you're under a lot of pressure right now. And
I'm not
sure
under
your wife.
pressure at all. I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, obviously being here is a little bit of pressure, but that's not.
Are you married?
Yes. No. God, no. You want her? You can have her.
What?
I'm sorry.
I got one of my own. That's enough for me.
Yeah, this is just give her ammunition. That's all.
Well, I'm not trying to give no ammunition for nobody.
Hey, you guys in the chat.
This is just me, you, and Kate here. Okay.
Not show
Well, it's
Veronica's comment that says pedo?
I did not do
Maybe you have to
anything
go to
this, whatever this person is, whoever it is. I did not intentionally meet with. I met with this person because this person, whoever it is, male or female or whatever, enticed me to the point where I wanted to, and
Yeah, I have to go to live chat. I
Did
didn't
you-
realize that.
So you guys did talk about sexual acts in your conversations.
No.
I don't know that.
I definitely allow that.
Okay.
Hey, listen. Do you want to fuck me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I?
This is fun.
What do you do for your
God,
weekend?
this is like a scavenger hunt. Almost.
Your weekend.
What happens when I get there? You gonna fuck me?
You can go back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
don't know.
looking.
I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't really, as far as I'm concerned.
It
doesn't matter.
Jim, I'm just trying to figure out what really happened. Because if we don't talk about it now, and if I just give this to somebody, they're going to think you are a sick, maybe possibly a child predator, and I don't think you're that point. Okay?
I'm not.
And you're not. But if we don't talk about it, what else? What else can I tell people? Saying, Jim made a mistake. This
I
is what
didn't
happened.
follow through. Number one. Number two.
Yeah.
Number two. Because the fact I didn't follow through is I'm not so sure that I wasn't turned down the street right when I was picked up.
Yeah.
Show up at the house.
If you check back on the records, on the results, there have been at least three times where I turned around. And I don't do this. Number one, I don't really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Give me some sex. Okay? And I'll find ways to do the sex, but not this youth thing. This is crap. This is really, really crap.
If nobody stopped you tonight, what do you think might have happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And I'll be honest with you about that. Nothing. Nothing would have happened. Okay. God, is this a place to tell the stories?
Yes. As good a place as any. Jim, we're just trying to be honest with each other.
I went to a swingers club last night and walked out.
Where's that at?
In Dayton.
Up in Dayton, Ohio, Kentucky?
Dayton, Ohio. I walked out. And the reason I walked out is because, no, it's not for me. I'm not selective. I don't want you to think of it as being selective. I'm looking for some satisfaction from somebody. And I'm not looking. And again, my own motivation is not to just find somebody who's interested in me. Okay, not young, not old, not fat, not thin, not someone who is interested in.
You know, the way he's talking, his body language, to him, this is like normal. It's like a walk in the park. No remorse, nothing.
Who I am. And that's really it.
And how long have you and your wife been divorced? Or been separated? Or
We've been divorced for 2000. What was it? 4 years? Almost 5 years.
5 years ago. And
I've had relationships with other women. It's not that. It's not a sexual thing at all.
What is it?
Yeah. You're literally talking about
There's somebody, and I guess, and I put this out. Maybe this isn't the right place for doing it, but Cheyenne, whoever Cheyenne is, son George down the hall, talk to me.
Again, he is incredibly bitter about the fact that the 13-year-old he was attempting to prey on isn't actually 13. And if what he's saying is true, that he just wanted someone to talk to, then that person, not being a child, shouldn't matter. But it does, because he is a pedophile.
And when that person talked to me, there's a person. Now, I have other people that I talk to, and for whatever that's worth, and I don't want to bring them into this, but
well, they said he's divorced.
Made you feel good, didn't
it? It kept me away from that loneliness that I have when I'm sitting in my house by myself.
Get a dog.
And
I mean, don't have sex with a dog.
Nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
You feel that lonely feeling, and you know.
Whatever, and however that comments itself.
And she tried and filled that, didn't she? She fulfilled that need.
Yeah, but then it turns around because of this crap, which I understand you need for doing it. I don't.
So,
I think
so
there's
you
a
live
need
alone?
for there's a need for people out there, and that need is fulfilled by. And the law enforcement. By the way, I'm in criminal justice. I hate to tell you that. That's the bottom line. But but I am. I at UC I work for the criminal justice department. There is a need for people in this society to have a connection with somebody. And
when the cop asked him, he said, "or separated." So it could be one case or another. Either way, he's a fucking pedophile.
I don't care. I don't want where that connection comes from.
I mean, you could have gone to Backpage.
I think is crucial, and that's where I got fucked up, you know. But don't judge me on that.
I'm not judging you.
I know you're not. I know, but eventually I will be. So yeah, And I know that system, how it works.
But Jim, I can understand that, when you're feeling lonely and you feel like you have, you're just you just live by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you feel that lonely, and you go home every night.
Yeah.
You're feeling lonely. You talk to Cheyenne.
Or whoever.
Or whoever, you're chatting to Cheyenne here. You feel like you can feel. Do you feel like you can feel open to say things?
Right. And I don't, and I think it's unfair of the justice systems to condemn me for talking to somebody. If it's underage, I can understand that, and I know that's where you come in.
It's wrong.
My relationship was created with my relationship to Cheyenne was because of the fact that I closed that out, and I fault you guys with that because of the investigations or how you do that is that person who's making those communications starts to connect with the person, and that connection that you make is maybe with the perverted people is one that's really negative. But with a person like me, it connects. There's somebody who's talking to you, and I don't know. You do what you have to do. Let's put the bullshit in the skull. I'm to the point, I'm lonely. I'm not going to get back to my ex-wife. I wouldn't do that anyway. I have people who don't want to talk to me anymore. I don't care. So I have somebody who's Cheyenne who talks to, or whoever it is, whoever is Cheyenne. And it's okay. Yeah, maybe I went over the border, and
you went
if I
overboard.
did, so I'm paying the price.
So you spend a lot of time chatting?
I don't know what a lot of time is.
I guess it's relative to.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, probably a couple hours a day.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. And most of it's not chatting. Most of it's just trying to find somebody who wants to talk.
Yeah.
And I think that's a major problem too.
What do you generally talk about with Cheyenne or other people? Just whatever comes up?
Anything. Music.
Why are you looking on the floor?
The weather.
Fucking lying piece of shit.
Really. It really is. I'm trying to, I'm really being honest about that. I don't think it's going to go any further. You're going to this great, wonderful thing. You're going to find out the answers to the world on chatting, but it's a whole world out there, and I have some real problems with what's going on right here, because I think it's an infraction.
When he says that he doesn't agree with what's going on here, does he mean that he got arrested? He doesn't agree why that happened? Because he's only chatting with a 13-year-old girl, and he is a professor in criminal justice, so he knows. Veronica, when you say T, when I was deployed overseas, and we would meet with some of these higher officials, such as the generals or like sheiks, they would always have us drink chai tea. Now, the way they serve chai tea is it's almost like in a shot glass, and they took a teaspoon of sugar and dump it in that shot glass, so you see the sugar at the bottom. But you'd think it's super sugary. Man, every time I'd talk to the platoon like, "Hey, you guys need the medic, right?" So I always got to drink some chai tea.
Because I think it's an invasion of privacy. Not in terms of the younger age. I think that somebody else should have stopped that before I got to it.
Well,
Jim sees what is happening here as an invasion of his privacy, but the fact that he pursued a child and asked them to watch him masturbate doesn't seem to compute with him, despite him saying he is a lonely
You know what's
person.
crazy? He's asking a child to watch him masturbate. I don't think I've ever asked an adult myself to watch me masturbate. It's kind of pointless. The fact he's asking kids,
Who was just seeking conversation and connection online, that is not the case. He had plenty of friends, a relatively large family, and was active in his community. He could have, if he wanted to, found people to talk to that were age appropriate, but he didn't want that. He wanted to be watched by a child, so he sought that out, and he just so happened to accidentally run into a sting operation by the police.
I'm not a chatter.
Okay.
My
So if
kids
you
drink tea, but they go to some metaphysics shop to get their stuff, so.
could educate
don't know
me
what
a
they
little bit on,
Okay.
you know, where would you go to
Okay,
find
in the
somebody
case
to
of,
talk
in the case of the Cheyenne thing,
Mm-hmm.
That was done through Yahoo.
Oh.
Yahoo Messenger.
Oh.
Who has, if you're 18, you're not allowed here. If you are in the sessions,
Not just gross.
adult,
Gross.
yeah, adult Kentucky. And in that regard, that's where I really come off with I think it's not fair for you to come at me. Except for the fact that up front, because of the way you guys do the way you do things, you make sure that you say it's 13, 14, whatever. But that shouldn't be there in the first place.
Again, Jim tries to blame the child for acting like a child would. Every person who has grown up on the internet has lied about their age at some point. You hit that you are over the age of 18 before you are, because you want to know what is
never
being
lied
withheld
about
from
my
your
age.
safe
Why?
version of the internet. That doesn't then mean adults who are aware of their actual
Bro,
ages
Death
are given
Wish?
carte blanche to treat them like adults.
think
Especially when one of the first things
might
the
be
person
the
posing
only
as
person I
Cheyenne
know that
said
tried
was
that
that she was
besides me.
13. Jim trying to imply that he isn't responsible or a bad person for trying to sexually groom a minor because they shouldn't have been on Yahoo Messenger is an irrelevant point, but he is trying to deny responsibility in any way possible.
If it's going to be if it's going to be
Tattoos
something
on
that
the
legally
basketball jersey.
binds Yahoo or Goggle or whoever it happens to be an adult place to go, then if I go there and you even say that you're 13, why are you there in the first place? How did you get through that first level? And I really have a
Why
problem.
does that matter?
Um,
What's up, pull over?
You guys have heard this over and over and over.
I'm really interested in knowing how this chat thing works and how you met Cheyenne. What type
I
is there?
don't have any idea. I could go back to that. I don't know what initiated the first conversation with Cheyenne. I don't remember. It could have been 3 weeks ago. It could have been a week ago. I have no idea. But I know that maybe I went through and I looked and I went down my list of people who were adult cams. And I said, hey, you interested in talking? Boom, webcam available. And the name came up.
So you could tell
I
that
remember
they have.
Yahoo Messenger, but I don't remember just like randomly finding people to chat with. I had to know their email address and all that shit, because I definitely used that a lot before we had Skype when I was overseas. It's always so shitty.
Webcam?
Yes, you can tell that.
Okay. So that's something that you look for
No,
when you
no,
talk
no,
to
no.
people?
I don't. No. I don't look for it. I don't look
okay.
for it. No, I look for somebody to talk to. You know, and
But if they have a webcam, even better.
No, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. It means that they're probably a prostitute and they're putting their stuff out in the camp. Most likely it means it doesn't mean a damn thing at all.
So what happens after that?
Okay, I put up a message out and they respond. And
it's the lighting.
Cheyenne responds.
One of the very first things that Jim stated when asked how he met Cheyenne was that she pursued him, that she had messaged him first, gotten sexual with him first, and he was powerless to stop it. But now, less than 30 minutes later, he admits that that was a lie. Fantastic.
What happens after that? I'm not tech savvy.
Okay. So Cheyenne responds. She says, "Hi, how are you?" "Hi." "Yeah, what you doing?"
ASL.
And it goes from there. And then, if they're in the legal system and they're taking care of their little niches that they need to take care of, say, "Well, hey, I'm only 13. "Oh, that's okay. Still want to talk to you. What's going on? How was school today?"
Jim has destroyed his own case. He just made a speech about how if a child ends up on a website meant for adults, he shouldn't be condemned for not knowing that they are a child. And now immediately after is admitting that Cheyenne told him that she was 13, and he said, "Oh, that's okay, I still want to talk to you. How was school today?" If you are on an adult site looking for sexual conversation, and at any point a person identifying themselves as a minor appears, you are now legally responsible. If you have been made aware of their age, it is your responsibility to not prey on them.
And I don't mean that. It sounds so trite, and it doesn't mean in terms of me. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher. Done it. How was your school today? Is not well.
Yo, think about it.
Let me get in and fuck you.
If this guy's was a professor at the University of Cincinnati, and professors tend to push their ideology on students because they're still impressionable. I'm curious, especially if he had like one-on-one students.
That's not it. It's understanding that person, and I guess that's what the
because they have social needs too,
they
just
have
like
social
you.
needs. Here, okay, and then in what is presented to me from Cheyenne or whoever it is. Stupidly said me as one is here's this girl, supposedly girl, who supposedly is going through a divorce, whose parents are separated, not as an opportunity for me as a predator to go after them, but as a person to try and answer questions. And then,
No.
You're helping them.
Except for, like I said this afternoon, which
it goes back to the saying. I don't know if you guys have heard this. A shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on. So that would basically mean you see a woman that's vulnerable, you go and you be that person that comforts them.
And I only went overboard because of the fact that I personally was frustrated, but that's the end.
In their conversations, Cheyenne did state that her parents were going through a divorce, and she was having a hard time with it. The following is the chat log from their conversation regarding that. Cheyenne, my mom and dad are getting a divorce. Jim, it is not the end of the world. Cheyenne, daddy moved out and doesn't like to talk to me. Sad face. Jim, sorry. Let me know if and when you want to meet, talk,
No
etc.
dad in the family.
Cheyenne, Kay, what you want to do if we meet. Jim, it can go a lot
What's
of
up,
ways.
Sammy Joe?
For now,
See ya.
let's leave it at talk. But I want you to know I find you attractive, but young. Cheyenne, aw, thanks. Jim, what I would love to hear is, boy, I'd like to feel that dick. But I understand. Yeah, that's awesome, Jim. That classic feel that dick line. I mean, who hasn't used that at least 5 times a day when they walk outside? So objectively, this was not a man looking to help a girl deal with her parents' divorce.
So do you see your role as helping them through their life as well as them helping you?
I'm always doing that. That's the person I am.
Sounds like you've done it for many years. I mean, you've helped people,
30, 40 years. And not on the internet, but yeah.
Well, I'm not saying in your life. In your lifetime, you've helped many people.
You think about some of these other people that get caught and they've been doing it 10, 20, 30 years. And then when they talk about it, they typically have between 50 to 100 victims. So do you believe it's his first time? Maybe it's his first time getting caught.
My colleague is next door to me. I'm helping her do what she needs to do. I'm not a bad person. I'm really not. And I didn't hurt her. I hurt whoever this Cheyenne was, which was, and I knew it. I don't know. Maybe in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I knew this was bad. I knew this was bad. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, maybe
you knew what was bad.
It was a setup. It was all a setup.
Oh, talking with her was a setup.
Yeah, from the beginning. And in that frame, I was hoping that it wasn't. But in the good nature that I am, not so much more. I really wanted to help.
How are you going to help her tonight?
I don't know. Tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Talk with her.
With your dick out.
Talk with her about this divorce thing that her parents were going through. I mean, really, that was my gist.
Do you think it could have been more?
No. Got it. Okay. Let me go back to what I was talking about last evening. I went to, like I said, a swingers club last night in Dayton. I walked down. 3 women there. That's not what I mean. I mean, sexual.
But in your chat, you asked if she would have sex.
Well, only because I was trying to get that corner into her to
what's up, Annoyed?
To let loose and and I don't know, maybe in the wrong, maybe in the bad sense of things, maybe that was it, but I don't think it was. I wouldn't have followed through with it.
I think it was more just trying to get a connection with her.
Yeah, I really do. I think she just doesn't know where she's going. She doesn't know where she's going.
And she's trying to figure life out, and you're trying to help her figure that life out.
At least in my sense of it.
In your mind.
I would have. The last thing I wanted to do was come over here to Campbell County and meet a 13-year-old. Give me a break. Last night I could have had 2 women.
Oh.
Why would I want to do that?
Oh, last night, guys, he could have had 2 women. But he chose not to. Think about that. How awesome would that be, have 2 adult women at this? Wait. Let's continue with the interview.
But tonight you were just trying to help somebody.
I really feel I was trying to do that. And I turned her down twice. If you read those damn emails, I turned her down twice. I'm not coming. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. It's too much for me to do.
Yeah.
And I really felt that way. But I was trying to. She was so certain. Now again, it's that.
Hello again, Veronica.
This is the part that bothers me. Is that provoking to get me to do something. Without that provoking, it should have backed off. If it had been backed off, I would not even thought about it.
This is similar to what Justin Roiland said on a podcast appearance, but it is even more untrue in this instance. Jim had, on multiple occasions, talked about wanting to meet up with Cheyenne. He told her about his hot tub, asked if she wanted to come to his house, and basically made it a point to say in each conversation that he wanted to have sex with her. The decoy didn't force his hand or insist, and any in any forceful way that he needed to come over to have sex with her. The idea that this is entrapment and that the predator did nothing wrong is completely false. Had the decoy been a real 13-year-old, Jim would have been alone in a house with a minor and likely would have assaulted them.
Yeah, but she must have really needed you for you
No,
to...
not
for
she,
her to-
whoever it is. Let's make clear.
Right, but what you thought was that she needed you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? I go back to that in relationship to the police department, the criminal justice. You gotta watch out how far you take that, because there are people who do care about other people, and I'm you can write off this thing. You can take me to court and all that. I wasn't going to hurt that kid.
And I don't think you would.
I wasn't. There's no question about it.
Jim, I honestly think you were not going to hurt.
I know this is kind of weird, but look at the scar he's got. Maybe he was trying to smile. You wanna know how I got these scars?
Cheyenne or whoever you thought you were going to meet tonight. Jim, I know you're not going to hurt her. Right?
No, I wasn't.
I don't think you had.
Wait till I do the one on the dude with cerebral palsy. That fucking interview was gross.
I have more intention of hurting myself than I do of hurting
But
her.
you needed to fill a void.
No, it's not a void. I don't want to make it a void. I got people I talk to some places. Okay.
What a need?
I have a need to help people.
Oh.
I mean, maybe that's closer to it than filling a void. Because I do have people who have problems, and I have no problems.
We all.
But yeah.
Relationships are hard, and it sounds like that the connection that you were making with her, she was innocent, you were innocent, you were just trying to help her, and it just got out of hand.
It got out of hand. I agree with you.
Yeah, and it's much easier to talk to a younger person because they're more open and understanding.
But see, and
Naive.
again, this is the lesson I think that you need to learn. You're playing a role.
What?
Or whoever's doing it is playing the role of something that they're not. And when they play that role, they've got all this stuff behind them, all this garbage. Not garbage. It's not really garbage. It's really
not a game.
Experience. Okay, they've got that behind them, and they're manipulating that all the way through it.
Mm-hmm.
And with a person or a good, successful, what do they call it, officer who is doing this, a good officer can remove that a little bit, so they can be innocent to bring it in. But the return on that, which is the problem, is the person from the outside who comes in. They don't see it as that person who has all that control. And therefore, relax, give up levels of intensity that they might not have if they were talking to an adult. And therefore, because of relaxing that intensity, maybe some things out that need to get out, but also in my case, go overboard, and expect that person who's on the other side, who is intelligent enough and has the experience enough to really understand what's going on there, makes a critical judgment instead of an emotional judgment on what's happened to a person like me. I don't know if that makes sense, but do what you have to do. I don't really care. I mean, I really do. It's either gonna crush my life or we're gonna go.
I think by getting it off your shoulders and talking about it, I think at least you're making a step somewhere. I mean, I'm
not trying to get some damn 13-year-old in my bed. That's not it. If I want to get somebody in my bed, I go to the swingers club. I go to the people I date, which there are 3 or 4 that I normally date, and I can do that. That's not.
Swingers club, 3 or 4 you could date. You knew you had 2 girls last night you could have hooked up with, yet you decided to pick a 13-year-old girl. None of that makes sense. Harper, it's been a while. How you been?
I'm not a predator. I'm not that in that ballgame. I don't like even young women. There's a little problem with that. I'm sorry. It's like young little guys. I'm not. Put them over there.
That's not your thing.
Okay, it really is something.
That's not your thing.
But it's not. But beyond not my thing. It's I don't. There are people out there who do, and that's not me. I'm really serious.
Jim, if I thought that was you, I wouldn't waste my time here with you. Because if I felt that way, I'd say, you know what? Jim's like that, throw you away, and out the door I go.
Okay, let me give you another indication. I taught music for 31 years. I have never been arrested in that 31 years for any kind of child molestation or anything.
Sammy Joe. The thing is, I wonder if he was a professor the whole time at a college. If he ever did any other time, because, well, he teaches math, right? Or art. Teaches music. But he's also a criminal justice professor. Where did he teach music at?
In that 31 years for any kind of child molestation or anything like that. In the 31 years, I've seen many kids go through my system, and through the systems that I work. It's the wrong ballgame. I mean, it's not me.
Okay. So when you were
50 to 100
online chatting, and you felt that you felt like you were talking to somebody who possibly did understand and probably had some experiences, you felt like you could let go, right?
It's funny, and to put it in perspective, over the last couple weeks in which China's been involved, I did not feel that way until tonight. And I don't know what made that difference. I have no idea what made that difference, but I felt like maybe it's a movement on the part of the people whoever did it to kind of motivate me to go that direction. I really was very, very cautious of not letting me.
Yeah, remember earlier in the interview, the guy was basically saying he's upset that the girl was not real, that the girl's not 13.
Not even my emotions until tonight.
Tonight you felt, that you could speak.
I guess I was
like free.
I was just looked down. I was tired of playing games and doing things, and just backed off and just, okay, you want to talk, you want to get together, here's my phone number, give me a call, I'll do it. I mean, really, it's
and you let your guard down.
I let my guard down.
You let your guard down?
I let my guard down only because of the fact that I had my guard up for weeks.
Yeah.
And only and through that guard that I had,
looking up for the answers, picking shit up.
I thought maybe she needed some help. Maybe she needed to talk to somebody. Maybe she was moving in a direction that I could help her in some way. Really, that's the honest answer.
And what
You
did you
too,
want to
Veronica.
talk to
Have
her
a good
about?
day.
I mean, regards to
I wanted to open up those channels. I don't know where she was in that regard. I wanted to open it up so she could talk to me. And she in the past she was guarded too.
And she,
Or
you got, I mean, you talked about a lot of things. You said you talked about, different things. How was it you guys talk about? I know you said you let your guard down, and you're feeling lonely. How many times did you guys talk about sexual things?
Nothing until tonight.
Okay, nothing.
Not that I'm aware of.
Are you aware?
I don't
big
remember
picnic in 10
anything.
minutes.
The connotation of the, and if it was like really off the wall.
Off the wall.
Yeah, it wasn't like as straightforward as was.
So what do you consider straight, kind of off the wall? Just something that you remember as talked about.
I don't remember. I don't remember specifically.
Do you guys? I mean, use off the wall things, maybe about giving a blowjob or anything like that, or?
Oh, talking about what kind of relationship do you have? What she have with her boyfriend?
Okay.
I mean,
Do you guys go deeper than that?
He ever touch you?
Yeah.
About that? That's about it. That's about the extent of it. That's about the bottom of it.
I mean, did she ever talk to you about going deeper than that? I mean, any?
Not until tonight.
Okay.
And I'm not sure she really went that far with me as much as I went with her, which is my problem.
And he said he wouldn't be sure if he would go that far with him. Yet, if you remember, he was drinking to get rid of the nerves. And he was pretty inebriated. So even if she said no, drunk people.
What did you guys talk about tonight that just kind of seemed like everything?
I don't know what it was about tonight. I don't know what provoked that. Maybe it's just a commonality or just a talking over a period of time, which is probably a lot of it.
Kind of culminated over a couple of weeks.
No, it wasn't a culmination. It was more. It was more of a
Culmination.
just a relaxed nature between two people. Like I said, it wasn't a culmination of things. It was more of a relaxed nature of understanding each other.
So you felt like you were on the same page?
Yeah, that we could talk about something.
And you were open. You guys were open.
I agree with that. I think it became for some reason it became more open tonight than ever before, and then obviously exploded. But again, I jump on you guys for that. I jump on you for that because that what I needed, whether it was Cheyenne or Joe Blow, I needed somebody to talk to, and instead of somebody to talk to, I ended up with investigations.
Well,
I understand. I don't criticize you for it. Don't understand. Don't misunderstand.
I understand.
It's a real social. And it's a real social problem. I don't know how often do you do this every night?
No. This is Jim. You know, like I said before, we're just trying to get at what happened tonight and what's been happening. And I understand that you've had a rough time. You needed to talk to somebody.
Yes.
You could have went out with 2 women or 3 women the other night.
15. I mean, right, the other night, 2 nights up there.
Oh, I thought he meant 15.
Talk to Cheyenne, made you feel good. Kind of let you.
It solved a problem, but it didn't solve a problem in terms of I didn't do anything except for talk.
Yeah. And when you, and then tonight was just a culmination of, you know, you felt like, you know, hey, maybe, you know, maybe I need to see her. Maybe she can actually, I can open up to her.
And that's exactly, and that is really essentially it. You know, would it come to in some sexual thing? I'm not going to say it wouldn't, but I'm in the other side of me, which it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. I can't believe your phone's ringing.
Why not?
It would not have. It would never reach that point because of the person I am, and because I would never take advantage of her. If you go back on those and you'll see it, how many times I asked her, "Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure?" And the reason why is because I didn't want to hurt her. I didn't want to. She was young, supposedly. She was young, and I did not want to do that.
But you did.
I really. This young thing.
I don't think you, Jim, you did not. I know you didn't want to hurt her. No. And you went there tonight to see her, to help her out, you know, and things could have, you know, but you would. I don't think if anything would have happened. Now I'm talking anything.
Okay.
You would have never hurt her. Jim, I know that.
No, I wouldn't.
You would. You.
That's not me.
That's not you. But you were there for her. You were going to try to be there for her, and you came here for that reason, to be there for her tonight.
And let's be realistic about that too. Yeah. I came here to be for her, possibly sexually too.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could ever have done that. I don't think I could ever. I mean, I'm serious. I told you this, went to the Swingers Club. So I've been dating. I have gone there twice, and I've walked away because, no, that's not what I want. I want to go to some place and meet somebody who really, really needs what I am, not my dick. You know?
He wants you for you. Wants Jim.
Yeah, and I'll do a hell of a lot for that. We can go into personal details on that, but there are people.
I'll get that.
There are people in my life who would do anything for me to just give up everything I have and just go with them. But I won't do it. And there are other people on the inside who need every bit of me, and I can't give them that because I've got this other person who really needs me, who won't say anything.
And tonight.
To clarify, Jim is insisting he is not a predator because he is just so hot. He could sleep with anyone he wanted, so why would he sleep with a minor? According to Jim's chat logs, he was seeing someone at the same time he was trying to sleep with Cheyenne, but he described them extremely unfavorably, saying that she was overweight and had her own issues that he didn't want to deal with. He was not neck deep in women wanting to be with him. There was no one in his life willing to give up everything, so he would give them a chance. And the idea that there was is silly. Sillier still, that doesn't make him not a pedophile.
Sounds like there's a lot of relationship issues going on for you right now.
Oh, absolutely. I have no question about it. Yeah. I can be specific about it. You want specifics or you want to talk about legalities? I have a girlfriend who won't get married, who doesn't want to see me except for on the weekends when she wants to get fucked. Okay. I have another woman who would love for me to just move in with her. I can't move in with her because she's not going anywhere. She's not. I want this one to come around. She never will. So what I do, juggle phone calls on those two. Then we add in the other emotions, okay, so I can't satisfy any one of the two. I know I can see you're gone on this. You have no clue what I'm talking about. But this is all going on.
But these are your feelings.
Yeah.
These are your feelings.
Well, no, they're beyond my feelings. So they're people who affect my feelings, and they're people who I can get down on my knees and say, stop this shit.
Yeah. Stop. And
they so eventually I'll die and everybody else will go on.
And tonight,
it's just, as I said, I don't care. I don't want to be involved in a whole bunch of legal shit. I've been there before, not major, but
yeah.
I know what it's like. I know what this shit is like. And
but you wouldn't be there for her tonight.
I wanted to help somebody out. I wanted somebody. Her mother was not around. Her father was not around, and she didn't know what to do.
And she had emotional feelings, sexual feelings.
Mm-hmm.
She had a multitude of feelings.
Right. And I could answer some of those by my dialogue, obviously.
Yeah.
And it backfired.
But right now, we're talking about it, and that's the main point. I mean, you could come in there and say that,
I still
the first presidential debate.
I'm not trying to sabotage you.
But I feel sabotage.
The only reason I have it on Rumble is because CNN is talking about copyright and strike people who restream it on YouTube.
Oh.
Because of the fact that I'm not out there fucking the 13-year-olds and are getting them drunk and taking them up to hotels, and as we always know from the news today. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing that, and I don't have a desire to do that.
But you felt a connection tonight. Tonight
I
was
felt she needed,
and she needed you, and
I needed her in some sense.
And
I needed to be able to
let yourself go.
No. I needed to help her. There's a needy thing.
To help her.
I needed to fulfill a need.
He would have raped that kid 100%.
And I've always done it all my life. We go back to history with my school.
Yeah.
And it's always that, trying to find some way to help some kids. And I really felt that need. It's not bullshit. It's just the way I feel.
It's bullshit. I mean, if that's the way you feel, I don't think that's bullshit.
Well, I know, but on the outside of it, people look at it. They don't see.
But you have feelings. I mean, you'd be inhuman if you didn't have feelings. And tonight was about feelings. Tonight was about feelings, and tonight was about you trying to help someone who you felt you needed.
Help them is the key word there.
Yeah, and you wanted to share.
I wanted to be able after the discussion of the we talked about if it's sexual or whatever it happens to be. I wanted to share that this is how I would see it. What do you need? Where do we go from there? How does my role change with you? Enough labor. Do what you have to do.
Jim, you've said several times that you feel sabotaged. Mm-hmm. We're not here to make life harder for you. I mean, you're in the situation that you're in, and right now we have an opportunity to talk through things and maybe get you in a better situation so that you don't feel sabotaged.
Okay, in that relationship, in that perspective, how do I deal? I'm going to be online, unless you guys chop up my arms and take my job away. And deal with that when I see somebody who does have a need. I don't mean searching out. I'm not talking. I'm somebody. I have. That's a whole other thing. I never have gone to somebody on the internet who hasn't responded to me.
What?
However that plays a perspective and how you deal with the job that you do.
What would you? Maybe he's done
For
it
me,
before.
once they respond to me, then I have not an obligation. But I need to. Do I need to answer them, or do I shut it off? And that is real. That is really hard for me.
Yeah.
That is really hard. When somebody said hi, after I said hi to them, I mean, just that simple. Just that simple. If I don't respond to them, it says, "Oh, well, he doesn't care." It's like the 37,000 other people that don't care, you know. And I have a real problem with that, because if somebody responds to me, I always respond to them.
Which is good.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is not a problem. Jim insisting that he is morally compelled to talk to anyone who talks to him online, and therefore asking a minor to have sex was okay, is ridiculous. That's nonsense.
What do we do?
If you could
yeah, give me a second.
talk more about the information that you exchanged with Cheyenne as far as pictures or
I never.
chat.
I did have my webcam, and my webcam has been both visual, as I mean, obviously seeing me, and facially, genitalia.
Genitalia.
Yeah.
How many times would you say?
I would say maybe 1 or 2 times that she has accepted to see me that way.
And that was on Yahoo.
It was on Yahoo, and it was her. I never forced it on her. She always asked to have it accepted, to accept it. But not. It's not always been genitalia, but that.
Face, genitalia. So there's multitude of different.
Yeah, but that's only, and again, only because of the fact that that's the way I was at that point. Not that I was. No, okay. Cheyenne is going to be on, so let's put it on my dick.
What the fuck?
No, it was never that. It was there. I just clicked on.
All right, listen, Jim. I need you to do something for me real quick during this interview. You see this fucking table right here? I need you to bite the edge of this, because this is gonna hurt. And I'm not talking about railing him in the asshole. He'll get that in jail, which I don't think he did. But I would fucking super kick the shit out of the back of his head.
Webcams available. She accepted.
Teach him it's fucking wrong.
Accepted it. In most cases, and she didn't always accept it either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, was this in response to the conversation you were having?
No, there was usually no conversation in relationship to that. No conversation. Nothing. Is this an adult cam? No, not even that. It's cam is available. If you want, you can see it. If you don't,
when you sent that.
But that's again. But in relationship to other people other than Cheyenne, man, that was common practice for me.
What did you hope when?
If somebody wanted to look at it, they could look at it, decline, look at it, stop, go on, do their own thing.
So
That was my.
He likes to send unsolicited dick pics.
That was my. That was what I expected them to do. If they didn't want to see it, they didn't do it. If they did see it and they didn't want to look at it, they could click off.
So you sent it as something as, if she wanted to view it, she could view it. If she didn't want to view it.
Exactly. And I would have done that I would have done that beyond Cheyenne, way all of any other people that I had any contact with. I mean, when you go through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and you get a response, and you put on my webcam is available. That's it, and then you get that choice.
So,
they accept
when you
it
said
on
that
them.
there were webcam shots of your genitalia, what was going on? Was there masturbation involved?
Not in all cases, no. Just there. There was masturbation in places of people who did have a connection with me.
Huh?
Okay. In other words, people who stayed with me and been long. Short term, no.
What about with Cheyenne?
No, I don't think so.
There was.
And that may be just I don't remember, but I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think it was more like, here's a guy's thing, More that was more of it.
More of an education for her.
I think so. She was at least whoever she is. Go back to that.
Yeah.
It was more of a
exploratory.
This is what a guy looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, your boyfriend looks like. You ever touched that? Your boyfriend?
13.
Oh yeah, I touched him once. Okay. Nothing more than that.
Nothing
for
more
her. That I remember.
I remember. Okay. And you said you only did that like 1 or 2 times. You said you sent something out, or
probably 1 or 2 times. No more than that.
And then tonight, you said you were going to be for her in various issues, because some with her parents, and
she said her mother was working at the hospital, and that she was free, and I connected, and I gave her my phone number.
You gave her your phone number,
which was a big big step for me.
Yeah,
I doubt that.
Well, big step for me because number one, I never had I didn't even know where she lived.
Yeah.
And then we followed through with that, and that fiasco. Yeah. Been driving all over.
How'd you find her? How'd you find her place there?
Luckily.
Did you get like a MapQuest or?
No, I had originally had a map, but we never. I spent an hour looking. Her directions were terrible. Or whoever it is, their directions.
They were terrible.
Yeah, they were.
So did you have to call her back, or?
She called me, but then obviously that was.
And that's where you kind of asked where is this?
Well, where am I going? What am I doing?
Was it a cell phone or?
I'm not sure.
Or your
I had a cell phone. I had a cell phone.
So she was calling you on your cell phone?
Or whoever it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever called her on your cell phone or anything like that?
No, never. Not till night.
Okay. And tonight, I know a lot of things. You wanted to express certain things. You wanted to I'm trying to express your feelings, Jim.
Okay,
I'm trying to express your feelings, and because I want to get it right. I don't want to say something that's not right.
Okay.
But tonight, you wanted to see how she was emotionally, sexually.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what kind of when the condoms come into play?
Were the what?
Condoms she had on you?
I wanted to put them in my pocket, which I did last night also.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be noted.
Yeah.
I put the condoms in my pocket tonight.
Yeah.
If there's something culminated that it went that direction, at least
you want to be safe.
Okay. The same reason why I had them in my pocket last night, in case of when I went to the swingers club, I would have them in that case.
And you protect yourself.
Yeah. Number one, I protect myself. Number two, I protect the person who's involved.
Just like I said, you you care about people. I can understand that you would want, like you said, you didn't want to hurt nobody.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
And that's, and tonight went in that direction. You were at least been prepared.
I was prepared if it came to that point.
Yeah.
Which, did I really expect it to be there? No.
Did you want it to be there?
Oh yeah, I'd love to be. Only in the sense that I'm frustrated as hell.
Jim just fully admitted to wanting to sleep with a 13-year-old.
Sure as
Up until
fuck
this
did.
point, he'd been denying it. When it was asked outright, he would say no. He wasn't interested in young women. Even 18 and 19-year-olds were too young. But after an hour of talking, with him getting comfortable and thinking that the police officers are really understanding that he is a good guy and wasn't doing harm to anyone, he states he really wanted things to work out tonight so he could sleep with a minor. This is obviously huge, and the officers in charge of this interview were extremely skillful in how they approached this interrogation. It was vitally important that they give Jim the runway to say whatever he wanted and not feel judged. He needed to express everything that he was a good person, that so many women wanted to sleep with him, without any sort of pushback to get to this point.
Do I want the Swingers Club? Nobody there? No, I can go down. I can go down the list.
Up and down, up and down.
I can go down the list. It's been 2 weeks since I've had a, and yeah, I'm frustrated as hell. But expectations of it being there, not any more than anything else.
Just admit he's pissed that it didn't happen.
And it really is an aggressive nature on my part.
But you have feelings. I mean,
well, but what I'm thinking of is, okay, I'm going to go over and meet her. So what happened? Whatever happens, okay, it's fine. And then I'm thinking about, okay, well, I'm going to stop over at Rhino's. After it's over with, maybe there's, Rhino's. Rhino's is over. It's a bar over in Eastgate. And okay, so if this like that doesn't happen or whatever, I'm ready. That's exactly what it was.
And things would have went. Say things would have went differently tonight, and we were not here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could have had a relationship with Cheyenne? Do you think there was enough of a connection there that you could have a relationship with her?
I think it's too early.
But you did feel connected. You did feel connected to her.
I felt connected to her, but but it was too fast.
Too fast.
My bad, guys.
It probably would have been one of those things where we sat down, have the iced tea, and I went home.
To be clear, Jim is stating that while he felt connected to Cheyenne and wanted to have sex with her, had she asked for a relationship with him after the fact, he would have said no. The way he states this information is so ridiculous because he phrases it as if he would have let the child he is preying on down, like she was so in love with him that she wanted to be with him and only him. For some reason, he seems to think of himself as a sex god that women are just clamoring to get their hands on.
And that's what's so bad about this, because that's where I was. Maybe she wasn't the same same area, but or whoever it is. But for me, I really was not trying to. It's not this predator trying to.
We've done over that.
Okay, but the point is, you still think that there's some sense of that.
But Jim, if you made a mistake, I can handle. You made a mistake tonight.
I did not contrive this girl into having sex with me. What I did was I tried to meet with her,
to help her out,
to help her out in what she needs to do. She's going through some stuff with her, if that's really true. And then I still go on with my life.
And that's different from a predator.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
I hope so.
You hope so.
Jim, I see the difference. Okay.
I hope so, because I certainly.
There's a clear distinction there.
Okay. Well, I just I don't want that clapped on top of me. I've spent many years not keeping away from it, but being aware that it's out there and just being careful
That right there, that statement right there makes me feel confident it's not the first time.
Yeah.
And I spent many, many years not keeping away from it.
Many, many years not keeping away from it.
But being aware that it's out there and just being careful.
Yeah.
And then the fall on this is like...
Well, you've not had any issues before.
No, not at all. Not at all. But the thing is, music teacher, elementary school.
Holy shit.
There's
Holy shit. 31 years as a music teacher in an elementary school. And then a professor in criminal justice.
Magnitudes of shit out there for that. And things like this, if this had ever happened to me, I would be fired from West Claremont immediately. Because of the fact that there is that stigma. Because of the fact this had ever happened to me, I would be fired from West Claremont immediately. Because of the fact that there is that stigma. And because of the fact that, you know, I'm since retired, so that it doesn't matter anyway. But you should know that. You should know that those qualifications that come along with that territory, and it's not just music teachers, it's the other teachers as well. Any male teachers in the elementary grade.
And this is an incredibly worrying statement given his conversations with Cheyenne. The next portion of the interrogation I will skip through. Just know that he starts crying about a woman who he claims is the love of his life, who he cannot be with because she just doesn't want to be with him. However, he doesn't believe she really doesn't want to be with him. She just has control issues and won't allow him to love her. It has nothing to do with the situation he's in, besides the fact that she is a social worker and works with children who have been sexually abused. He brings that subject up as if what he is doing is not the same thing. He then signs consent forms for the police to go through his car.
No, you can say MC. The only other thing is, I know you said you had nothing in your house. Do you have anything inside your residence there on
Brandy Way?
Brandy Way. Is there anything in there that would give us any concern? You said you didn't have anything.
You have, the only thing that you would have would be the computer things, but you have all the references to that.
Okay. Do you have a problem with anybody looking in there to make sure there's nothing of...
Well, they want to see my genitalia. I'm sorry.
Would you got me off guard there, Jimmy? Got me.
Yeah, we're
Did I really?
Jimmy got me.
It's late.
Yeah, it's late.
I'm sorry. No, there's nothing on there. I don't keep pornography on there. I don't distribute pornography. If somebody wants to go in there and
nobody said that. Nobody said about having pornography or distributing pornography. No one asked him about that.
go through and find some sort of program that I have,
there's no kiddie porn or anything like that.
No.
And it doesn't all. Everything I'm going to find is adult stuff.
No, I'm not even talking about that stuff. I'm talking about if somebody goes in and they find out that I have a piece of software that I have.
Oh, like Flores or something.
That there might be something like that, but there's no, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Go in.
All right.
Again, this is an incredibly worrying statement. He doesn't seem to realize that he attempted to sexually exploit a minor, so making illusions to have access to the dark web isn't out of the question.
You have no problem with that?
No.
Okay. Well, what I'll do, I'll just do another consent if you don't have a problem with that.
Okay, but does that mean that they come in and take my computers away and cause me a problem not to be able to work?
Well, that could be an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if there's information, I mean, if they deemed it feels like it could have some information that they may need, yeah, that is a possibility.
Okay, so give me some help here.
I can't tell you what to do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to you.
I don't want to seem like I'm not cooperative because I really am cooperative
Yeah.
because I really don't have the kiddie porn shit on there.
Yeah.
If they want to do
Right.
that, if there's kiddie porn shit on there, somebody else has put it on there.
Just
from
fucking eyes when he's
site or something. Just kidding
Yeah.
because
I
don't want to seem like I'm not cooperative because I really am cooperative
Yeah.
because I really don't have the kiddie porn shit on there.
Yeah.
If they want to do
Right.
that, if there's kiddie porn shit on there, somebody else has put it on there from some site.
See? If there is kiddie porn on there, it's from somebody else put it on a site.
But in the same regard, I need to be able to use my computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to you if you want to consent or not. I'm leaving that up to
We
you.
can't make you any promises on
Yeah,
how
I can't
quick
say
you
no,
would
we're
get
not.
it back or
sign
not.
it? What happens if I don't sign it?
Then you don't sign
You
it.
don't sign it. That's okay.
It's
Only-
completely
only-
your call.
Okay, but in lieu of the conversation that we just had, I'm not putting you on the spot, but that is my reasoning for doing it.
Okay. That's fine.
I have to have access to my computer. I have to have it in order to do my job.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going
Make
to
it a
force you to, sign anything that you don't feel you want, and then I understand your reasoning. That's fine. And I'll just leave it at that.
Right,
I think
Harper,
right now I
guy
don't have
has been
anything
the
else.
worst about making the hole deeper and deeper and deeper. However, if they don't tell you what happens to this guy, I will, and then we're gonna listen to an interview. I think 6 years later, 7 years later, 10 years later.
Else?
Do you want to do the
I don't
statement?
remember right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to write his own statement?
Yeah. Let's see. The last thing here, I overlooked it here. Would you be willing to write a written statement of what happened tonight, or
Oh well, I'd like to initially have one.
would you like to write a written statement?
Oh, do I
Your
have to
own-
write one?
Your own written
It
statement.
depends on what you're going to come across with. If you come up, so it's so negative that I'm a pervert and that I want.
No, this is from you. This is your account of what happened.
What I'm saying is what I know what you have there. So
It's basically
It's a blank statement.
it's a voluntary statement.
Why you came
It's
here
blank.
today?
It just lets you know your rights.
it lets me know my rights.
It lets you know your rights.
If I don't put anything does that relinquish my rights?
No, if you don't want to write anything, you don't have to.
Okay.
And it's totally voluntary. This is not something I'm just giving you the opportunity.
Okay. I'm just trying to be careful because
Okay.
I know the legal systems and I like to screw around with you.
That is fine. I think that's everything I have for right now.
I believe it's 2007.
I guess what we'll do is you'll go with another officer for right now.
We gotta do citation. don't we?
Yeah, it just some.
I'm gonna let you look at his face while I read this. Y'all ready for some bullshit? On August 10th, 2007, he was charged with travel in interstate commerce with intent to engage in sexual conduct with a minor. He was sentenced to 46 months in prison, lifetime parole supervision, and register as a sex offender. Makes total sense, right?
Jim?
No, idiot, go back.
Where are you from?
I hate this new fucking look. Anyway, so this is an interview that they did 4 years ago with Mr. Roush. And he seems to be unremorseful.
Jim?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
I've had a couple of vodka and tonics tonight.
Not interested.
No, I'm a big fan of your interrogation video. Interrogation. I'm not here to harass you. I just want to say I'm a big fan.
Okay.
How are you? Are you doing better?
Am I better?
Yeah.
I'm great.
Good. I don't have much to say. I didn't think you'd answer, to be honest. But I do love your interrogation video. Like I said, I'm not here to make fun or anything. I am a huge fan, and I'm kind of drunk right now, so I looked up your number and I found it. I didn't think you'd answer. I didn't even think this was the right number.
Well, I don't know if it really is.
No, this is you, Jim. I can tell by your inflection. Are you still? Shit, I really don't know what to say. Are you still in music,
kids?
Yes.
Cool. Do you get a lot of calls like weirdos from me, wanting to say hi?
No.
Oh, good.
Really?
I don't even know how you got my number.
Oh, I searched on Google. Yeah, I just want. I think
you find it.
Huh?
Where did you find it on Google?
Google.
I searched your name, and I found it.
That's strange.
Yeah.
It's an unlisted number.
Oh, really? It was actually pretty easy to find.
Well, I'll quit paying for that.
Well, I promise I won't harass you. I just want to talk to you tonight. Is that okay?
Just shortly. I'm ready to go to bed. You're lucky I even got me now.
Oh yeah, I know.
Shower.
I'm watching the Cowboys game right now.
Yeah, I watched the first half.
It's completely changed.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on here in a minute and fall asleep to it. Where are you from?
A Cowboys game?
I'm from Texas. And you know what? I used to. I won't say which company it is. I used to work for a company that partnered with University of Cincinnati online programs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of a weird connection. But I've been a fan of yours for many years.
Well, let me ask you this: being online with, did you take a course?
I didn't. No.
Okay. Because I worked, obviously you know that I've worked for UC for quite a while.
I know. I can almost recite your. And I'm not trying to put you down. I am a big fan of the video.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what video we're talking about.
Oh, your interrogation video?
Oh.
Yeah.
The one that was televised?
No, the one that's on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that's one that was televised.
Yeah.
At one time.
How did it change your life, I guess is. Can I ask you
How
that?
did the whole situation?
Yeah.
Well, so many things have happened since my interrogation.
Let me ask you this before, because I don't want you to hang up on, because I'm really not trying to bully you. What if you? This is the one question I've always wanted to ask you, is if you worked for the criminal justice program in Cincinnati, why didn't you just remain silent?
Because my role was that was a big mistake, by the way. As I look back on it, that was probably my biggest mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I had lawyers that should have been able to solve some of the problems they didn't solve. They just marked me off. Anyway,
Everybody but
to
himself.
answer your question, my role with the University of Cincinnati with criminal justice was not as an authority in criminal justice. I was a technology person.
Right.
And because of my technology, I didn't even look at the content. The content was developed by all the professors on staff, and all I would do is put it up so it was feasible for the students. So I wasn't, it wasn't like I knew what to do. My first acquaintance with the justice systems was this whole thing.
Right.
I had never been arrested for anything.
Right. But I mean, it just seems like you would have had to know. Maybe I know because I've watched so many of these videos that just remain silent.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I not having any experience with it at all. I thought, and then I hadn't at that point. I didn't have a feeling that I did anything wrong.
Right.
And that combination caused me to talk.
Right. Well, it also, I mean, in all honesty, you were also drinking too, so that might have loosened you up to talk.
Yes, I had a couple of drinks earlier in the evening. Yes, and that certainly did have an effect.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
blame it on the alcohol. Okay, everybody but himself.
Wow. But is everything better now? As far as your
I mean, as far as that thing is concerned, I still have a probation officer, and this has been 10 years.
Jesus.
And a matter of fact, no, it's not any better. In terms of everything else, so I have dialysis three times a week.
Good.
Oh wow.
My physical life is. I've had prostate cancer and prostate removed.
That's good to hear.
And physically, and at my age, which is 72.
Mm-hmm.
At my age, it's 72.
Yeah. Did you think the guy that was interviewing you was a fucking idiot, right? Did you get the same sense that I did when I was watching it?
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. I totally did not. And yeah. I don't think about it today, except when my probation officer comes around, or there's a change in things that they let me know.
Right.
My registration changes in December, and that's about it.
You have to do like a picture. I've seen some of your pictures. You have like those round glasses and other stuff, but is that a yearly thing you have to do?
No.
If Peter Griffin was a pedophile.
So twice a year.
And 70.
Damn, twice a year. When do you get out of that? When you off of that program?
Well, it actually starts this coming. In February, I think they're going to consider dropping me, which they should. There is no safer person in the world.
Yeah.
No offense to you, Lou, but I don't like talking about it.
I understand. But I mean, you have to. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I've for many years I've rewatched your interrogation video. I'm just fascinated by it. It's over 2 hours long. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. I was actually watching it this week. No bullshit. I don't know. There's just something about that video and the way you handled yourself.
Oh well, and in regards to what is your viewpoint?
Well, I think you tried. You tried to be. You were trying to be. Your mistake was you tried to be friends with the interrogators when they were there to just bust you. As I said, I would have.
That's the job of the interrogators, though.
Waited to speak to my attorney. That was the main thing. I think you took it. You didn't take it as. You took it too lightly. You were cracking a lot of jokes.
I think you're right on. I don't remember the things that I said. I've never watched it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to watch it. And
you know you lied.
Yeah. Well, that's where it's at. Well, I've had it for tonight. I appreciate your call, and in one sense, in the second sense, I don't want to think about it.
I understand that. That was what, 12 years ago.
Jeez, it was 2007.
Yeah.
Is that 12 years ago?
Yeah. You know, there's a guy on YouTube who uses your decoy call as prank calls. You could probably shut him down if you reported it.
Again, I don't care. The people that I talk with, the people I deal with in life, most of them know that what I've gone through.
Right.
And they don't, doesn't change our relationship.
How is in that video you mentioned a lady, one of your lady friends who was possibly battling breast cancer? Was she okay? You said her mom
breast cancer.
You said her mom also had it, and her husband was a judge, and he wasn't letting you visit her.
Oh, but the thing was that they were divorced. I don't think her mother had breast cancer. I guess she's fine. I've not seen her either.
Oh, sorry.
I've not seen her since I was released from prison.
How long were you?
She kind of huh?
How long were you in there?
3.5.
Jesus.
Years. And it was not a totally bad situation for me. Because of my music, I was able to play in the church programs. I played for three denominations. I was playing a lot. It was good for me.
In prison?
When I was incarcerated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I was incarcerated, I played for the what do you call it? Can't think of the guy who was in charge.
Yeah.
Of the religious programs.
Right. Did so I guess people knew in there what you were convicted of, or?
Well, there were three of us from that were in the that were picked up, and there were more than three, but there were three of us that were at where I was in National.
Fuck! I actually watched the fucking decoy call, but I can't find it. But if I do find it, I'll put it in the description later.
So, and not very many people knew. There were people who knew you. And the story about Ashland is it was a low medium. No, it was a medium, and it's the lowest that they could put sex offenders in.
Right.
And so there were quite a few of them there. There were other people that had problems, but most of the people who I had contacts with were related to the church, and they backed you up. It was not a bad experience in terms of that. It gave you a chance to know that the people that you were dealing with weren't too bad.
Yeah.
And well,
that's good.
But it's like, the total answer here that I'm trying to give to you is as straight as possible. I spent that time in prison, and I get out here and I get deathly sick. And I literally spend my weeks going to either the doctors or having a therapist, or I'm not talking about a mental therapist, physical therapist, and occupational therapists that deal with some of my balance problems that I have, and so I really spend my time either in medical, but that's all been a result of not being in prison. The prison didn't put me here. Diabetes put me here, and so I tried to live my life the best I can, especially my family. They've all been very supportive over the years.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, very, very supportive. My sister comes over to my place every, I don't know,
Yo. If anyone in my family ever did this, I don't care who they are, you're not coming around me because you'll end up in the hospital.
every 3 or 4 weeks, and she does some things for me that I can't do. So, anyway, well, that's it for tonight.
All right, Jim.
Okay, Lou?
Yep, it was a pleasure talking to you. I've been wanting to talk to you for many years. I hope I was fair in my, like I said, I wasn't here to bully you. I just wanted to, I've really been wanting to speak with you for a long time.
Well, I guess I should be appreciative of that, but I'm sorry you had to meet me that way.
Well, I mean,
because that certainly is not the way I am.
Well, I understand, but
no, it definitely is.
I mean, if you ever watch it, it's, or if you don't watch it, just know it was a great interview. 2 hours plus. It was just really good stuff.
In terms of what, though? In terms of somebody getting suckered?
Well, you know what? If you really want me to be honest,
he still hasn't accepted it.
The thing that fascinated me the most was you wanted to blame other people for something you did wrong.
Yeah.
That I think that's where you come across in the whole To Catch a Predator community. That's where your name is. You made a mistake. That's fine, but you wanted to blame others for it. And I think that's what makes you
that's
infamous or famous, however you want to put it.
Because people always blame somebody. And he's talking about the TCAP community. So he basically means the predators and some of the, the people doing the catching and decoying blame somebody else for your problems. Always blame somebody else. Never take accountability.
In the TCAP community. But again, you were drinking too, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the way I was back then.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Have a good night, Jim.
So, like I said, Jim did 46 months. Got out, moved a little bit, had to register as a sex offender, obviously, because that's what they said. And as of 2023, he is no longer on the sex offender registry, and he lives in the great pedophile state of Ohio. Now, the only thing he admits to was being suckered and being caught, because he did nothing wrong. It was the decoy's fault. It was the cop's fault. It was the alcohol's fault. It's not his fault. The fact that he was so nonchalant about it, 31 years as a music teacher, brought up child porn, distributing child porn, and basically what I got out of that is he may be one of those 50 to 100 victim pedophiles. I have no reason not to believe what I just said after the shit we've been watching the past week. Believe it or not, there's hundreds of these that we can go over, which is good because it's teaching people. And this one was great because you got to see the inside of these fuckers' minds and watch, their demeanor, the way they talk, and they believe they did nothing wrong. They're just here to help. They're here to be a support group. They look for vulnerable people. And this is actually happening. It doesn't really matter what age, because you can start doing this at the youngest age possible, and you can do it to people my age. All you got to do is find somebody that's vulnerable, and it's not hard these days. It's all about the personality, how you carry yourself, and your ability to be resilient. Soul searching is a great thing. I like it, but I'm not telling you how to think, because the inside of my mind thinks so many ways, but they're good ways. Knowledge is power. I'm just telling you to think. Other than that, I'll see y'all
in the darkest depths of our existence lies a potent reservoir of strength waiting to be unearthed. Pain, with its gnarled claws and suffocating grip, may seem like an unyielding adversary, but within its grasp lies an opportunity for transformation. It's amidst the shattered fragments of our being that we find the raw materials for resilience. Each jagged edge, each searing ache becomes a testament to our capacity to endure. Forged in the fires of suffering, our resolve is tempered, our spirit hardened. In the crucible of pain, we are stripped bare, laid bare to our most primal instincts. Yet it is here, in our vulnerability, that we discover our true power. For it is only when we confront the darkness within that we can emerge, reborn, into the light. With each step through the abyss, we gather fragments of strength, weaving them into an armor of fortitude. Every tear shed, every scream stifled, becomes a battle cry, a declaration of defiance against the forces that seek to break us. In the labyrinth of suffering, we confront our deepest fears and insecurities. We stumble blindly through the darkness, grappling with the demons that lurk within. But it is in this harrowing journey that we discover the power of our own inner light. For every wound inflicted upon us, we learn to bandage ourselves with compassion and self-love. Each scar becomes a badge of honor, a testament to our ability to survive and thrive in the face of adversity. We learn that pain is not our enemy, but rather our greatest teacher, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. In the depths of despair, we find solace in the knowledge that we are not alone. We reach out to others who share in our struggles, forming bonds that transcend the limitations of pain. Together, we draw strength from each other, lifting one another up when we falter, and celebrating our victories as a collective triumph. And as we emerge from the shadows, battered but unbowed, we realize that the journey is far from over. For the path of resilience is not a destination, but a lifelong commitment to growth and self-discovery. We carry the lessons learned from our darkest hours.
Hey, I didn't watch this ahead of time. I just want y'all to know. I told you shit comes up in a certain way that it makes sense. I'm just saying.
As a beacon of hope for others who are still lost in the wilderness of despair. And so, let us embrace the pain that courses through our veins, for it is the crucible in which our strength is forged. Let us honor our scars as a testament to our resilience, and let us walk boldly into the unknown, knowing that we carry within us the power to overcome any obstacle that